to go.
You switched them, right?
Oh, we did it again. Match 4, round 3 is Polar Highlands. Back to you, Ben and Mike.
I think this is their way of asking us for forgiveness. I don't know.
I'm not even sure anymore. Consecutive Polar Highland matches?
Here's what I think. So 228 gets the first ban, right? That
Yeah.
means Eon Synergy gets the last ban.
No, Eon Synergy gets the first ban as Team 2.
Oh, they do?
I believe so.
Wow, so this was another pick by Blackwatch then to go back to Polar Highlands. Wow. That's a risky play. I mean, they obviously had a plan, but it fell apart.
Eon's got to feel pretty good about being on Polar Highlands after that last match. I mean, that was convincing. To me, looking back at that, you got to wonder, what the decision was made to bring the Executioners on Polar Highlands. Those arms
compared to like a Battle Master?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a very interesting deck choice. I mean, it's got the speed and it can probably make very quick peaks, but low mounts versus
the low
high
mounts are just killing you. I mean, we saw the Battle Master Lizzie do almost 1,000 damage, and those Executioners, you've got to silhouette yourself basically on top of the hill in order to get any shots off because of where the weapons are located on that mech. Definitely a interesting choice, to say the least. I mean, you'd think at that point you'd be maybe a little more aggressive, but again, you're carrying large lasers, medium lasers on those Executioners, so you're not really a short-range mech. You're not running small pulse lasers or something to just start ripping people up under close range. So you kind of want to stay at range, but at the same time, you're stuck trading with low mounts. It's an interesting decision.
Absolutely. I'm trying to wrap my head around, I guess, what Blackwatch was trying to do, because it's such a huge open map. Blackwatch showing that they want to play the cap game, it seemed, with their faster mechs. But then they stopped doing it halfway through, and they kind of ran around in a little ball.
Yeah.
And it was just, I'm not sure what they were going for, but Eon just naturally fanned out, sent their light mechs up the flank to counter the caps, which is good. When they didn't see any counter caps coming back their way, they brought those Wolfhounds in. They were getting strike kills. They were getting harassing damage with their medium lasers, and they just became part of the fight. That little pack of Blackwatch, when they were out capping and doing their outside thing, the only thing I could think of is they should have just taken that and pushed it right into one of the flanks and try and get some damage done. But instead, they tried to trade all from the same general area, sending some of their guys really far forward, which fell apart when the flank happened. They just got wrapped around on. I don't know if that was their intention or if that's just how it worked out. But really, if you're going to play the trade game, you need real estate to get angles.
Yeah, and that was definitely, you got to wonder, was there a reason why the lights came back to the fight? Maybe they were recalled because they felt they were getting some pressure, but maybe you should have kept those lights out capping. Instead, they kind of gave up that advantage, and the trade advantage just didn't work out.
Absolutely. But bottom line, though, we'll have to go in and see it again, see what they do differently this time.
Just going to have to find out. Drop 4. Eon Synergy up 2-1, back on Polar Highlands. Eon Synergy wins, they move on. 228 wins, they stay alive.
Absolutely. And really, Blackwatch, this is their last chance. If they don't pull this off, they're done. They'll be taking 3rd place in the championship. So, fan out, just work for Eon. Like, if you're going to play in a tight, especially with like fast mechs like that, they had to just take it in and just get the job done. Maybe they anticipated Eon Synergy was going to take a little bit more of an aggressive push up to the center and they'd be able to jump on them. I don't know, but the Executioners roll in ER larges anyways. Hard to say what the intention was, but we'll have to see if they change it up on this one. They're on the different sides of the map now, but really in this map, it doesn't matter at all.
Well, now's your chance to make amends. If you're Blackwatch, if you're Eon, just keep doing what you're doing.
All right, here we go. Looks like a very similar deck, exactly similar deck to last time for Eon Synergy. What do you got over on the Blackwatch side?
228's running mostly the same deck. They did bring an Arctic Cheetah along with a Wolfhound. They only have one Executioner, and they have a Supernova as well, but I mean, that Executioner to me, unless they played it or they intended to play it a different way, I'm not sure if it's an advantageous mech over some of the other choices in the game.
There must be something they know that we don't.
Yeah.
Or they just are really, really comfortable playing it. I don't know. But it looks like they're sending Da Red right up to the front. He wants to get that early scouting information right over that center pillar while the rest of them fan out. Sigma and Kappa are going to fall to Eon Synergy. At the same time, Gamma falls quickly, and they are spreading out to Epsilon and Theta for Blackwatch. So Da Red posts up on the high peak in the center, and he's taking a look to see which way the enemy is moving. Much more spread for Blackwatch this time.
Absolutely.
Significantly different gameplay than what we just saw. We'll see if that adds up in their favor. PPC's whipping right past Red. They're trying to get a hit on him. A hit would definitely do some significant damage, but he's dodging around.
Yeah, that's a difficult target to hit at that range.
Absolutely. Torok right next to Red,
I
though.
wonder if he realizes those huntbacks. He does see one last bite. He gets a couple shots
and
in.
Some shots in. Then on the backside, we got Queenblade and the Arctic Cheetah able to get some hits in. He was in a Wolfhound last round, wasn't he?
Yeah, they switched it up. They've only got one Wolfhound in this round. The Lights are trying to get a jump in, but they might take some fire right now from the rest of Eon Synergy, so they're going to get out of town, which is the right move to make.
So they opened up the arm of that Wolfhound. His back is a little bit hurt as well. 74% on Red. Both arms are open. So they were actually able to do some decent work there against him.
Yeah, it's important to remember that one of those two arms on the Wolfhound is just a shield arm, so opening that up is not really costly. The other arm, on the other hand, does carry some weapons.
Oof, here come the strikes. Air strikes traditionally used over artillery strikes simply because you can aim them. Depending on the position of your mech and where you aim it at, the strike goes over your head and then...
And here's Panic Button out in the middle of the map again. In that Executioner, he has no cover, and Eon Synergy is just sitting there wailing on him. He's at 64%. 55%.
He is able to get to his intended cover, but it was very, very costly.
That was really painful to do that.
Teams are incredibly close to each other right now. Torok coming around the outside, getting some shots in. One last bite, getting right up in their face. See, these little bits of cover, though, this is sometimes all you need, but it's easy for that to fall apart when somebody gets up on top of you. Hubert right next to one last bite.
And here comes Torok up the open. Once again, Blackwatch marching across this open area of Polar Highlands right in the middle. I mean, there's no cover here.
Looks like there's a movement here. The Wolfhounds on the outside. They're jumping on Ed. He's going to try and pull out, but he's going to
Panic Button goes down. He was just out in the open.
Ed trying to get out in that Wolfhound, but he is being chased, and he gets taken down by Red. That's a big kill there by Red in that Wolfhound.
And now Queenblade's charging in, but there's 3 mechs there, and he's on his own because Adam Arkham Steiner in the Supernova is just trying to get out of town.
And he gets legged. Queenblade is legged. That's both Lights that are going to be down here in a second. And he gets taken down as well.
At this point, this game is basically over, barring some rather miraculous comeback by Blackwatch or just a really bad misplay by Eon Synergy. They're just moving up, putting the pressure on now. The damage is in their favor, the kills are in their favor, and really the location on the map's in their favor.
44% for Archon Steiner. He is completely surrounded. He is ripped in half right now, and they are just surrounding these mechs and just giving shot after shot into them, and they are not long for this world. This could easily fall into an 8-0 situation here. Blackwatch, they started pretty solid, but especially with their spread, but it added up quick. Eon just bringing the hurt.
And that movement, we talked about it on the open when we first played Polar Highlands last drop. This area of the map is open. There's no cover, and Blackwatch seemed determined to just charge into that area. Clearly didn't work out for him.
Absolutely. So 8-0 decision in favor of Eon Synergy, taking the series 3-1. They will be moving on to get the rematch against Imperial. That means Eon Synergy, at the very least, has first or second place.
Yeah, and for Blackwatch, it's unfortunate they had to end on that note, but whatever their strategy was, just wasn't working for them. You can see Lizzie, 623, Zelglock, 674, and that Hellbringer. And on the other hand, we talked about the Executioner, 12 damage by Panic Button. That's a tough way to end it.
Absolutely. Well played, Blackwatch. Good effort. But we're going to be going on to round 4, Imperial versus Eon Synergy.